Awareness is an ambiguous word. It has been used in so many contexts that it has lost its experiential meaning, becoming more a concept rather than something we experience. But what is awareness, and more importantly, how can we experience it? Right now, you are aware of hearing these words. But if you turn your attention towards the environment that you're in, you become aware of it. Or if you turn your attention towards your breath, you become aware of it. We are all aware of the blue sky, of the fact that we are feeling happy or low. We are aware of others. We are aware of our own bodies, and so on. So we all have the experience of being aware. However, when we try to speak about it, we fall silent. So we all have an implicit understanding of awareness. And the very fact that we live in an understanding of awareness shows that we undeniably experience it, but it's just very difficult to talk about it. But how come it's difficult to speak about something that we experience every single moment, since we are all aware? For that, let's explore our everyday experience, shedding a light on its ordinariness, and see what we can find from there. A very obvious fact is that our experiences change all the time. Our feelings, moods, and dispositions change all the time. For sure, how we feel now is different from how we felt an hour ago or a day ago. We have so many experiences of feeling happy, content, joyous, sad, angry, so many that we can't even remember them all. And then the same goes with our thoughts. Sometimes we have so many thoughts that it's difficult for us to fall asleep, having to relentlessly wait for the mind to stop and fall asleep. Perhaps we are tempted to say that we have changed a lot too. We are not the same boys and girls that we were once. But who is it that had all these changing thoughts and moods and feelings and dispositions? If we were to search for the answer in our experience, surely the one who experiences all this is I. I had these experiences. Moreover, we say, I remember my experience. So from this too, we can agree that it is I that has experiences and that remembers them. But for us to be able to experience so many changing experiences, something needs to be the same. Something needs to be there to notice all these changing experiences. So it must be something that doesn't change together with the experiences. So all thoughts and the feelings, they all come and go. And there must be something that is aware of all these changing experiences. Or to put it very simply, we are the common thread in all of them. And if we are to search for an experience that confirms that, don't we have the experience of I am myself, and that I have always been myself? And secondly, we can notice that whenever a thought or a bodily sensation appears and disappears, we don't appear and disappear with them. We stay. Take the thought, for example, I like admiring nature, and phrase it in your mind. And notice that this thought appears and disappears. But you don't vanish with it. And neither do you appear. And that applies for all our thoughts, even thoughts about ourselves or thoughts that pretend to be us, for example. And you can phrase these words in your mind and do this little experiment and say, my name is, and add your name. I live in, and add the country that you live in. I am hungry. I shouldn't have done that. Notice that these thoughts are known or experienced by you. And you are the one knowing them rather than being them or thinking them. And the same goes with our bodily sensations. We say, I have a headache, which translates into I am aware of the experience of sensing the sensations of the headache. Or I am in love, meaning I am aware of the feeling of love. So notice that I am always aware. There's always an awareness of experience. So what can this I be? This I that doesn't change with experience because it's the one that sees or is aware of all experience and that is aware. But to answer this question, go to your experience right now, and before having any thoughts and feelings about you, such as I am this and this person with this and this past, name, age, gender, the religion, and so on, who are you? What can you say based on your own experience at this moment? Are you not present and aware, hearing these words? Notice that in this experience of being aware and present, there's no knowledge of you being this and this person with this and this past, name, gender, and so on. There is just awareness. And you are that. Also observe that there's a natural peace and fulfillment you're experiencing. There's nothing lacking at this very moment. And you are like that, fulfilled and peaceful and aware and free. The only reason why this is not evident in our experience all the time is because we're not used to pay attention to awareness. We are only used to paying attention to what we are aware of, such as our own thoughts and feelings and people and things and activities and so on. And so awareness remained hidden somewhere in the background, eclipsed, if you like, by all these things that we pay attention to. But when we do realize that what we are is awareness, then our lives can be very different, because we don't experience anymore that need to protect ourselves like we would protect a limited, perishable entity. And that happens when we adopt the position of the mind, or the position of a psychological self that needs to be protected. When we know ourselves as awareness, we can express directly is peace and fulfillment and happiness. And that as you live your everyday life, you can go to this experience, or rather be this, and let it inform your thoughts and feelings and sensations and relationships and so on. And this experience of being peaceful and aware is with you at all times. It doesn't come and go. It is you.